Hey, welcome everybody to episode 144 of Game Set Live. This is your host, Steady Steve-O, with my band of merry men coming to you live in 4K Ultra. That's right, HDR, 4K, 60 frames a second, all the bells and whistles, 52 megabits a second. Not even dropping a frame. And what you see on screen is Resident Evil Requiem, and it is pure nightmare fuel. Bonafide nightmare fuel. I actually had nightmares about this thing that night. It's horrible. But anyway, look, streaming live to YouTube in 4K, and our audio goes out tomorrow to Spotify, which distributes it to everybody. Cerebral Paul, sir, how are you doing?
Yeah.
What have you been playing? And how's have you spoken to Wise?
No, I have not. In any way, shape, or form, I have not heard word one from him.
He died again?
Maybe, I don't know. So mostly I've been playing World of Warcraft because Midnight dropped. So,
ooh,
you enjoy?
And what's that?
You enjoy?
Yeah. Yep. In fact, my character just hit level 90 earlier today. So.
Wait.
Ooh,
You
look at him,
created
big
a new
spender.
character for this?
No, I was at 80. Now I'm at 90. It took a while to grind it out.
Okay, fair enough. It's just because it reminds me like people in Diablo, they like to make new characters and then grind the shit out of it in order to get
Well,
to
Diablo's
max
a lot
level.
easier to grind because I do that. Yeah, I'll do that. I can max out a character in Diablo in about 4 days.
Yep.
So yeah, I've been doing that, and the other game that I was playing, you'll be able to see my information about that tomorrow at noon Eastern at lordsofgaming.net, or follow me on Twitter, and you'll see when it drops because I'll post it. Then you can find out what else I've been playing. It's a game that's coming out in April now. It was going to come out in March. Now it's coming out in April. But one of the games I've been looking forward to. Other than that, and having some other issues, and yep. But I'm here, so there we go.
All right. Sorry to hear about the issues, brother, and I'll let you know if what comes of that APB on you know who.
Yeah.
Mr. Drawn TJ, sir, what have you been playing? How are you doing? What's the weather like? And have you sold your house yet?
I've been doing pretty good. Just been working and then been playing Resident Evil Requiem. Amazing game. Terrifying if you have Dolby Atmos and you have a surround sound.
Yes, I've been playing it with like that.
It's fucking terrifying. Especially
Yes,
Dolby
is.
Atmos. It's terrifying. But otherwise, it's a great game. I think it's game of the year, in my opinion. But hey, I could be wrong. There could be other games, but we'll see. But yeah, and the weather, it's been in the 60s actually, which is surprising. It's actually been really good weather. Like it was 70 today. But yeah, I've been doing good, and ready to talk some topics.
Oh yeah, can't wait. Yes, I have been also playing Resident Evil Requiem with Dolby Atmos and my surround sound system back here in the studio. And Leon's not that bad because Leon's all about action. Grace is all about suspense, and she is pretty faint of heart. She's scared of everything, and you feel that just dripping through with her gameplay, the sounds.
Have you made it to the butcher?
Yes, I'm at the butcher.
Okay.
Now. Yes.
That's where I'm stuck right now because I'm trying to get past him.
Oh, well, good luck. I'm to him. I've went around him a couple of times to get the jewel that I need to get in the door. But
yeah. But he gets you.
No, I've actually moved away from him and taken the card that's inside the room and went into the East Wing now. So I'm not. I'm out of the West Wing. Unless he follows me to the East Wing, I won't. I don't. Yeah.
You need to get the thing that the blood sample things that you can inject into a zombie or into a boss, and it will kill them. It'll one shot them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to get that, because that'll really help. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been. Remember, I'm sad. He said, I'm just sad I'm not feeling as great as the stream quality. I've been feeling poopy, lol. Much worse. Tomorrow is my birthday. Ooh, yeah, dude. Being sick on your birthday really stinks. And yes, I spent all week, the past week, refining the stream and going through OBS and setting, and I have it running now at a solid 4K 60 HDR. I'm not dropping a single frame to YouTube. I'm not. Neither am I experiencing any encoder overloads. I'm not dropping frames due to rendering lag and coding lag. Nothing. I've got it well. It's a well-oiled machine now.
Hey,
Now,
nobody should complain about the quality, because if it's below 4K ultra high def, then I guess you need to get a better monitor or a better TV,
oh well,
or you need
no.
to pay for YouTube Premium.
YouTube will automatically transcode it to a lower whatever you can take.
Yeah.
Fabio, sir, how are you?
Yo,
What have you been playing? And have you cured world hunger with some microbe that is the size of a pinhead that will fill your belly?
what?
Oh,
Okay.
you're not a biological chemist, a biochemist, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay, never
I'm
mind.
not.
Forget I said it. Scratch that. Rewind. Now go. What have you been playing? How you doing?
I'm a computational chemist. It's actually on my Twitter profile, it's on my LinkedIn
Oh
and stuff.
wow.
So yeah, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so you're the Sheldon Cooper of chemistry. You don't actually do any work. You just think about it in your head and do the math.
I usually tell people to do the work. No, just kidding.
Wow.
Just
Look
kidding.
at
Just,
this.
just kidding.
My
And that's
bad.
why they have more
My
suc.
bad.
And that's
I could have done that, and I don't need a master's to do that. Shit, I don't.
and this is why they gain
Mm,
more money than me, because they do the job.
mm,
They are just, yes, do that, and
mhm.
that's how it goes. But yeah, I'm good. Thank you very much. Just really a ton of work, especially like this week, my more and jobs coming up. But well, I'm good anyways. I've been playing some Diablo 2. I've been playing some Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I've been playing non-stop some Overwatch. I played Diablo 4 and finished the Vessel of Hatred DLC, so I can be prepared for the next expansion coming up in April. I also last week, yes, I played the Marathon Server Slam. And I played as well a bit of Lords of the Fallen and The Outer Worlds 2.
Damn. You've been doing a lot, dude. I've only played 2 games: The Last Caretaker and Resident Evil Requiem. No, I take that back.
Oh yeah, there's like 15 survival games that you played on PC because you were invited to test it out, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Terminator Survivors is an amazing game. I can't wait till it gets in early access so everybody can experience it.
Well done. Well done. It wouldn't be you,
Hey,
Steve, if there wasn't any sort of survival game indeed.
you said Steve-O. You didn't even mess up and do Bob. I
I
love
mean,
it.
can you at least please just explain why we cannot call you Bob anymore?
Because
Like,
that's not
so
my
basically,
name.
Bob. So like, basically, here's the thing: Bob is a nickname of a well-known pedophile, and no, no, just kidding.
God. So listen, I've been playing a lot of roadside research with the wife and with the son. Um, her on her Series X out there, me on mine back here, and my son playing on his PC because it's even with um, the look sensitivity turned all the way down, it's still really hard to like hit the buttons without traveling without the cursor traveling over them and whatnot. So he's finding it a lot more comfortable to use a mouse. And I played with a mouse for a little bit, but when I just jumped on Xbox to use my controller, and running a store together as aliens that crap on themselves all the time. And I don't think that's an upgrade that you can do on the alien side of things, so that you don't do that anymore, or so that you wait until it's after closing before you do it. It happens at the most inopportune times. But I don't know. I got to tell you, it's a funny story. So we had so many customers coming into our store, and my wife is running the register, and I'm running back and forth between cleaning and stocking shelves and doing gas. And I was inside, and my wife hollers out. Our son has discovered that he can take the sign, the like discount gas sign. It's kind of like a sign, you see the sign wavers out doing the flipping and stuff on the side, on the street corners and stuff. He's discovered he can pull that off the front of the store and start to spin it and toss it around and everything and bring in more customers. And so for the first time ever, it was like 10 people waiting at the register. We had so many people in the store, and there's cars wanting gas, and we're like, hey dude, can you go out and get the gas? And he's like, I'm too busy, waving the sign. And we're like, you don't need to do that. We've got more customers than we can handle right now. Put the sign down. And I guess that ruined his fun because he didn't want to play anymore. And he's like, I think I'm going to get off here. And I'm like, oh, all right. So, but yeah, it's
really loved flipping that sign.
He did.
God
He
damn.
did. It was he loved it so much. Yeah.
I mean, is this what kids are into now these days? You don't need much to entertain them.
I mean,
you just need to.
It's
Here's
just
a sign.
game,
Start flipping.
It's just a game. It's not like a real job. Like
It's good, but it'd be funny now if that is his first real job. He ends up getting a.
I mean, I'm starting to think that his eyes started to shine, and he started thinking, "This is my true vocation. This is what I want to do when I grow up."
I mean, possibility, maybe, yeah. Oh, so, everybody hit that like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, after the show. Really helps the channel out, puts us into that algorithm mix. Gonna get right into the topics. So ASHA Sharma, the new head of Xbox game or Microsoft Gaming / Xbox, is apparently looking for two marketing heads, two upper level marketing heads for Xbox, which really, I still don't know how to take it. As you can tell, I haven't even gotten used to saying it correctly because we haven't had real marketing in 20 years with Xbox. I mean, nothing that really stuck or was cohesive.
The first Xbox, original.
No, there was a bit of marketing to the beginning of the Xbox One era as well. There was a bit of marketing where
right,
you see
TV. We got that.
No, not at all. There was a trailer with real people there, as well as a lot of CGI, which showed a giant mech from Titanfall, showed troops from Rise Son of Rome, show a motorbike from Dead Rising 3, all the main launch titles of the Xbox One showing up there. But that was it. Then we had absolutely nothing. And yes.
Well, unless you lived in New York and saw Times Square, usually that was or was on their buses. That was about it.
To be honest,
or watch wrestling.
They need to go back to how they used to market during the 360 era, because when they unveiled the Xbox 360, they had like two women with a suitcase come in, and then they took out the Xbox 360 out of the suitcase and unveiled it right there in front of the whole crowd of people.
Are you sure
So-
your interest there is in the video game and not in something else?
No, it's literally an advertisement. You go watch it. It literally shows them unveiling Xbox 360.
Well, they unveiled it at one of the trade shows, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that was.
I mean, there was that 0 hour event that they did in the desert. Like that's something that I think they should try to come back to doing it. Or literally, I don't care, just go back with the baby being born ad from the original Xbox.
Where the headset cord was the umbilical cord. That was awesome. It was so cool.
Yeah.
I'll get
You get
anything.
shot
Like
out
the
and then
guy,
Then that was freaky, is what that was. That was just.
the guy mid-fly starts aging, and it ends with him going to his grave and saying, "Life is too short. Play more." Like, God.
Yeah, that was aggressive. But that was good marketing. Like that showed that they had some balls back then, because a lot of people took that, like, they took it out of context. Like, how's this with gaming? But I mean, gamers knew what it was, but people who are non-gamers, they didn't know
No.
what the fuck they were looking at.
This is true. So true.
We need good marketing again, and I mean good marketing.
Either
When you load up FIFA, when you load
either
up FIFA,
Fabio
you
is
see, you see
really
PlayStation.
good at standing there like a mannequin, or he's completely frozen. Hey, Lord Metroid in the chat. What's up, my dog? Thanks for joining us, brother.
Metroid,
Hoot,
what's up,
hoot.
buddy?
Oh man, what was the last marketing you remember, Paul?
I
I mean, not out.
probably the Gears of War when they used Mad World. That was
Yeah, I mean, Microsoft kind of got in this rut of they had a large. Oh, look, Fabio's not frozen anymore.
That's internet.
and I gotta say, like I said though, I do still see, like, they'll during like the big wrestling stuff, like WrestleMania or whatever, they'll usually sponsor one of the matches, usually with COD or one of those, but that's about it.
Yep.
They're going for a very specific target audience when they do that stuff.
Yeah, they don't really without when you don't do any marketing outside of events and shows and conventions and stuff like that, you keep your hardcore fans because they pay attention to those outlets and to those events, but you don't grow. You just kind of keep the same console users because you're not really outreaching and getting the next generation of gamers or people that are kind of looking to see what's on the other side of the aisle. You just don't.
Right.
You keep your hardcores happy because they know what's coming out, but nobody else does. They leave it up to us to spread the word, and I don't know. I just talk to my friends.
I'm just so surprised that to this day, 25 years, and Errol Greenberg continues to be having the job of the head of marketing and stuff. I'm like, you serious?
He needs to go. He's.
I know. I mean,
He's
I
getting
know
complacent.
I know he is one of the OGs. I know he's been involved since the first Xbox. Like, man, what have you been doing in terms of marketing since after like the beginning of the Xbox One generation?
Lately,
Well,
he's been
and-
sitting
well,
on his
remember,
ass and collecting a check.
Now, remember, it may not just be him, though. We don't know what kind of budget they have or haven't been giving marketing. You know,
Yeah, there's definitely like the issue that even like Robbie Batch says in the Power On Xbox documentary, which is Microsoft is really good in the funding side. What they are really bad at is the branding one.
Yeah, true that. So bad.
I mean, there's
Like there
got to be a
was
reason there's got to be a reason Aaron still has his job. I mean,
I
so
mean, he's also. I think he's also vice president of Xbox or something like that. He puts there on his Twitter bio saying VP. I imagine he is vice president of Xbox. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. He's nice to look at, I guess. Right?
who Aaron? Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Aaron, seriously? I mean, my dude. I don't know. You changed your name and changed your taste as well. Apparently.
Oh, uh, I don't know. I mean, I really like. So, ASHA could come out and say a lot of things, and so far, ASHA has said all the right things.
Yes.
But also coming right out and recognizing. I mean, we've all been saying this for years. Their marketing sucks so bad. There's
It's the
no
worst I've ever
cohesion.
seen.
Yeah, there's no cohesion. They act like outside of their fan base that's still sticking with them, they don't care who knows what's going on the
Home Depot
on the
be
platform.
well, I think part of it too is
marketing.
marketing isn't centralized either. Like Bethesda does their own marketing, ABK does their own marketing.
It should be all one. It shouldn't be like split like that.
Honestly, I think keep it split because otherwise, then both Bethesda and Activision Blizzard will have shitty marketings as well. Leave that only to Xbox to deal with. The Xbox division, like you have two that are doing good and one that sucks. You're going to like try to destroy the two that are doing okay, just to leave one because it's one umbrella.
I think they need to work.
Yeah,
They need to work together.
uh,
It's like, look,
I agree.
No, I
this is
just,
what we're
I
doing.
just like one thing that I
They
mentioned
need
that.
to they need to treat it as one and give it one big budget for all of it, not three separate entities. Yeah.
Yep,
I mean,
that's where
a
they're
bit.
fucking each other over by doing that.
I mean that's a bit problematic considering the amount of money they spent on each one of those acquisitions. And that we are not talking about Xbox Game Studios only. We're talking about three publishers.
Yeah, but all those publishers are under one roof now, so
Yes,
they
yes,
need to work
I
together.
understand. Yes, I totally understand. This is something that I gotta say, this is something that I give to Sony because remember all that bullcrap that people were saying about Bungie being independent, even though like they are Sony first party studio. If you the moment like when you booted up Marathon, which is a Bungie title being released on Xbox and every other platform minus Nintendo Switch, and Bungie being this acquired studio who's going to act independently, the moment you boot the game up, what shows up there? PlayStation Studios, the cinematic thing that goes on and shows to every single PlayStation owned studio. So this is something that I think it would be interesting for Microsoft to like. Why don't you just put Xbox Game Studios under as well, Bethesda and Activision? You know
Yeah,
what I
they
mean?
need to.
Well, because they aren't under the Xbox Studios umbrella. They'd have to change how they do the books to do that.
No, I'm just saying, just put this seal. Like it's the same thing as people were talking about the Bungie. It's going to be like Bungie and Sony Interactive Entertainment, but at the same time, like there's just a logo. It's just putting a fucking logo. There's nothing. It's nothing else. It's just there, just to say Xbox. Remember, this is an Xbox game. You know what I mean? Just saying that. Remember, this is first party, Xbox first party. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I want to see more cohesion. Every team needs to be like a marketing team needs to be able to speak to Xbox and say, "Look, this is what we're going to do. Can you set it up for us? Set it up. We'll launch it. We'll launch it. Give us the springboard and we'll take the jump." Um, it's more working together, and I think
I
ASHA
mean,
sees
there's.
that because we've been saying for a
I
long
mean,
time that the marketing sucks. And what's the first thing she does? She's looking for marketing heads.
Well,
like
because I mean
there's
that's kind of her background too. The bigger picture is her background. That's why she might be good at this. You know.
no, but it's not just that, but it goes to the process of like we are going through change. So like it makes no sense for you to just change one person and everything else stays the same. So she needs not only to keep the best parts of the team that she has right now, but also bring some new additions that are going to make this team better somehow. You know what I mean? I think
Yep.
like this is you know when like a team hires a new head coach and he hires the offensive and defensive he's the defensive and offensive coordinators. That's basically it, I would say.
Yeah. I know the coach in Cleveland is doing a really good job of that right now. He's doing a lot of poaching off the Ravens. The Ravens aren't even going to have a coaching staff next year at this rate.
Honestly, like it is a it is a blank canvas that you have right now. So all you can do is
Well,
just
kind of, because the difference is a head coach usually knows at least a little bit about football. You know,
Yep.
where she, yeah, she plays games, but she even freely admits she doesn't understand. She doesn't know the gaming community at all. So she's gonna have to
but
keep
the
some
thing
people in
is,
there that are already there that know the community.
but
Yeah,
here's the
she
thing,
Fabio,
got it.
she's
Lord
but here's the
Metroid
thing,
says
she's not.
bedtime. Yeah, y'all need to play Lords of the Fallen again soon, brother. Adios.
Yes, we do good, sir, for sure. But like she might not understand about gaming, but she was called not because she understands about gaming, but she understands business, and
Right,
that's the
but to
main.
do that, that means she understands that she's going to need to keep some people there at least for a while, who have been there, who already know the industry and that side of things. Now,
Yes,
what she does
exactly.
later is different.
Oh yeah,
But
exactly. But this is but that's when Matt
you
Booty
can't
comes
expect her to
in.
come in and fire everybody like coaches do. You
No,
know.
no, no, no. I'm not. No,
Yeah.
no. You didn't understand what I'm saying. I said that
Well, that's kind of what
she's
you said. Actually,
no,
it
no,
is.
no, no, no. No, no, no. No, it isn't. If you
Yeah, it
let me
is.
finish, I shall explain it to you real quickly here. Because here's what I said. She's keeping the best pieces of the team that she has right now and trying to add new ones. I didn't say she's firing everyone that it was already there to bring everything else. It needs to change. So what do we have that is good now and what needs that we need to bring as new? That's what she's trying to do. And that's where Matt Booty comes in. Otherwise, why the fuck was this motherfucker promoted?
Because
Yeah.
Sarah left. Because
No, he's not,
Yeah.
but here's the thing, he's not he doesn't
yeah.
he's not occupying her position. He's not president of Xbox. Sarah Bond was the president of Xbox, but her main role was about the hardware. Matt Booty
She
is
was and she was about to get demoted basically. So yeah.
yes, I know, but here's what I'm
Well,
saying
she wasn't going
again.
to get
Matt
demoted.
Booty's
She was
not as
going to
good as
keep her
Sarah
same
Bond.
position. She just wasn't
Well,
going to ascend to Phil's.
yeah. Yeah, I know, but and she did, and rightfully she got pissed off because I would have too, because they've been setting her up for that. Of course, at the same time, and I thought about this, there's no way she hadn't known for the last 8 months that this was happening, unless they told, because she knew that what's her name was there. Aisha was there under Phil, learning how to do Phil's job.
Yep.
So what did she think was going to happen? You know,
Yep.
unless they lied to her all the way through and said, no, we just want her to understand the bigger picture. You know, your job is fine. Yeah.
TJ,
I
any
mean, they can be
thoughts? You're awful quiet,
they can
dude.
be really they can
Stealthy
be really
almost.
good liars. I mean, is my job fine?
I'm letting these guys battle it out. To be honest, we're just going to have to wait and see what if she sticks to what she said. I mean, she said a lot of things and she said the right things, but people can blow smoke up your ass all day and say, what you want to hear. I could say, "Oh, I'm going to do everything to do right by you," and then turn around and fuck you over. I mean, at the end of the day, we're going to have to see what she does. Is she going to
Well,
actually stick to what she said, or is she just doing the is she just doing the corporate speak just to look good and make
Damage
a good impression
control. Don't
towards
worry,
them?
everybody. The
Yeah,
brand isn't burning. Please continue to buy
yeah.
our games and support the console. And
Not saying she's gonna do that. I think there's actual potential here, but like I said, we'll have to see. I mean, Peter Moore, everybody's saying that they're saying that she doesn't have gaming experience.
who
Peter
cares?
Moore didn't. Peter Moore didn't have gaming experience, and look at him. He ran a 360 really well. So shut the hell up. I
But
really
not
get
just
tired
not,
of freaking people saying that shit. It's like,
Well,
not just
okay,
not just Xbox,
it
but also
just irks me. It
he
irks me
was the
wrong.
head of Sega America as well.
Yeah, exactly. But my point is, you don't need to be a gamer in order to understand your new role. Like you can learn. That's the difference. Like if you go in there blind and you act ignorant, then that's your own fucking fault. And yeah, you should be fucking fired. But if you go in there and you want to learn and actually do right by the customers and by the fan base of whatever you're taking control of, then that's different. I could see her doing a lot of great things. She's young, she's hungry, she wants to get shit done. She's got a dog in her where she wants to get shit done. No offense to Phil. Phil was a great guy. He did a really good job with Xbox. He saved the brand. He prevented it from being sold. So to be honest, you know what? I wish he would stay longer, but you know what? He was just getting stale after a while. I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick, but he was. He
he was
just
just
wasn't
kind of
fighting as hard
well.
as he was.
He was just he
You know,
knew that he was getting close to retirement. And he's
yeah.
just kind of been in autopilot and
And he's been there for 38 years. That's a long time in that company,
Well,
regardless.
and remember too that even though she said what she said, she may have all well good intentions, but she too is going to be answering to Satya and the board.
Oh,
So
I
in
know.
the end,
I know.
you know,
Hmm.
no
I don't know.
matter
I
what she
think
said, even if she has to back up on
I'm
some
not.
of it,
I'm
you
I'm not.
know,
I'm not disagreeing with you, Paul. That's where we gotta see. That's the wait and see
yeah.
part right there. It's not that we don't believe her or we don't think she can do what she wants. It's whether or not she gets pressured and she caves in. That's the real key. Because
Well, I mean, if enough pressure comes, it's not a matter of caving in. It's a matter of do it this way or you're not going to have the job tomorrow.
yeah,
You know, so
exactly.
yeah.
I think
Honestly, I think she's gonna want to do stuff that's gonna challenge Xbox and challenge Microsoft. And maybe Satya doesn't like it, but Satya might actually take a chance on her and be like, you know what?
Eh.
We'll see.
Well, remember,
I think
Satya answers
she's
to the stockholders too. You know.
but I
I
think
know.
Satya is going to be more adept to let her explore her vision more than he was Phil's.
Yep.
Well, at least for the short term, we'll see what happens. You know,
Yeah.
after 6 months, a year, 2 years.
Because Phil did prove to Satya that was worth saving the brand because it's now worth more than Windows in revenue. So
Well, all you
I
need to
I
get
mean
all
that's
you
pretty
need
damn
to
good.
all you need to
And
download an authorized version of
that's
Windows is a Microsoft account. That's it. You don't even
I
have to
know,
pay for
Right.
Windows anymore.
but my point is that's pretty good for Xbox never being at that point until Phil took over and changed that. And that's with shitty marketing because when he actually took over Xbox, it was TV, 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 hardly no marketing, very shitty, ship. Don Matrick just told everybody, if you don't like this console and you want to play offline, get an Xbox 360. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Yeah, so at the end of the day, you know what? We'll just have to see. Honestly, I think she might actually do a good job. I mean, yeah, she said a lot of things, and that's where I'm kind of iffy on it, but we'll see. I hope she does right by the fans and by the customers, by us. But we'll have to see where this goes. We'll know in a year. We'll know in a year or two when shit actually really changes and it's actually fully changed. We'll know for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I can't wait to see her on stage at a
Ooh,
Xbox
I
event.
gotta ask you, Steve-O, and I gotta
Yeah.
ask you guys. Do you think one way to say bye to Phil, do you think during the E3 or the Xbox showcase, do you think they reveal Project Magnus and they do it with Ash on stage with Phil as a goodbye letter to Phil, because Phil is the reason why we're doing a hybrid console, because
On
he's
the
actually the
showcase?
one that won it. Like reveal it or announce
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
like fully announce
but
it.
like on the Xbox showcase,
Mhm. It's 25th anniversary. Phil's
I
retiring,
will I
and
would consider
that's a great way to say bye to him. I mean,
better to do it at the end of the year, where like okay, there's going to be the Game Awards or something, or they are going to be release a brand new episode of the documentary. I don't know, or something like that, because like mid of the year for them to like, oh yeah, this is our big celebration of the 25 years of Xbox, and that's it, you're not going to be seeing anything else at the end of the year, considering that this year we are getting Halo, Gears, Forza, and Fable. You know what I mean? It seems a
yeah.
bit rushed to just end it. So I think in order to like, okay, let's try to build up the hype, do it at the end of the year. You know what I mean?
I mean, I could see him doing it at the Game Awards, but I think it'd be a great way to end this era that Phil had, being at Microsoft, being at Xbox, and saving the brand and fixing a lot of shit that was wrong with it, with shitty marketing. To sit there and invite him to it, and then they both come out on stage, and he says that the torch has been handed off to the person that's gonna do a better job, or whatever he wants to say, but basically hand it off to her and reveal Project Magnus. I think that would be a good little love letter saying bye.
Yeah.
Personally, I think
I mean,
so.
Phil's always going to be a fan favorite. That's like
Yeah.
if PlayStation ever got Sean Layden to step in and say something to the fans, they would just be they've fans have never fallen out of love with Sean Layden, and Xbox fans are never going to fall out of love with Phil Spencer. It's just that's our dude,
Yeah,
and he always will be. So if they ever want goodwill with fans, all they have to do is involve Phil, and everybody's like, "Oh, look, it's Phil! It's Phil!" Even 6 years from now, look, it's Phil. He gained weight again. He looks great.
yeah,
I mean, I think we are like Xbox fans. We are freaky as hell. Like, we get worried about his health. Oh, that's really thin. What the hell happened? Are you sick, man? Tell us. Are you taking Ozempic? What the fuck's going on?
He's taking
yeah.
Zepcom,
Like,
same thing.
yeah, but the thing is, like, I would like that. I think that'd be a pretty cool way for him to actually like sunset completely. Like, if he doesn't want to be in on camera anymore at all, that'd be the best way to end it, in my opinion.
No, you know that like I'm just imagining like a crazy idea. It's never gonna happen, of course, but like my crazy idea. You know that classic statue of Walt Disney holding hands with Mickey Mouse? I'm just imagining like Phil Spencer holding hands with Voodoo Vince. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
Oh
then that's
yeah,
a statue there
yeah,
in
that's
front of like Xbox HQ in Seattle.
Oh, that's
that would
way
be
back.
awesome.
Yeah.
No, it's not just why did I pick up Voodoovis? Because that is the game Phil Spencer himself said that
He
was my
developed.
favorite game to develop. That was my favorite game where I worked on.
You know what? It's very insane that he was an intern, he was a developer, then he was the president of Xbox, then he was a CEO of Microsoft Gaming. That's a lot of accomplishments. I could see why he'd probably want to retire. It's like, dude, I've accomplished everything I wanted to do. I went from an intern all the way from a developer, all the way to president, all the way to being a CEO. It's like, what else can he do? I mean, he obviously can't replace Satya unless they vote out Satya, but otherwise,
I
no.
mean, he
Otherwise, yeah,
can.
he had a good full career. Everybody loved him. He did a good job, and he did what he loved. Simple.
I mean, he could try to buy the LA Clippers from Steve Ballmer, but who knows?
Wow.
Steve
All right.
Ballmer might buy
Well,
the Seattle Seahawks.
on to the next thing. Sony to close more studios. That's right. Nixies is now under the hot list because a lot of people are saying that if you're not going to port games anymore, what good is your porting studio? Sounds like dead weight
Yeah.
to me. I mean, you got rid of the guys that do amazing remakes with
Or
Bluepoint,
Housemark.
and now, yeah, or them. It's just, I don't know. I think pulling all games
All
off
the
of
levers.
PC it's stupid. It's extra revenue, and we all know why it's being done. It's being done because at first, because Steam is like. I replied to one of Colt Eastwood's tweets today with Steam is kind of like the Play Anywhere or Play Everywhere for PC. You buy a game on that
Yep.
platform, and whatever PC you log into, or laptop or whatnot, you can't do two at the same time, but you can play your game on different devices. Well,
Yep.
and PlayStation was okay with that because most people only have one gaming PC. But with the introduction now of Xbox Project Magnus and the Steam Machine, which are going to be two living room devices that will both run Steam, that was too much for PlayStation. That was like, okay, we're putting our games on Steam, and now you got these two devices that are going to run Steam in the living room. We want the living room, and we want to get paid for every copy we sell, and this isn't going to happen when you're going to be able to do it on the Steam Machine and the Magnus, especially with the Magnus being a competing brand. And we've seen how relentless they are to not put games on to the other platforms like Xbox. And Xbox has gotten what? You can't say they got Death Stranding. It got Death Stranding because of Kojima. Kojima got his rights back.
You mean from Sony? Basically, like Helldivers and Marathon.
Well,
So
yeah.
far, that's what we got.
But we know that that's a no-brainer because live service games don't live without a large audience, without a large player base. So you want to expand that as far as possible.
Yeah, Concord was exclusive for some reason.
Yeah.
Because they were stupid.
Yes, they were. They were.
And I think this is stupid. I mean, you've already told everybody expect one tentpole title a year. Herman Hulst said that. Okay, well now you're cutting off another revenue stream when your development budget is already $200 to $500 million for a development budget. I mean, the development budgets aren't going to get any smaller. If anything, they're going to get larger. You're going to need to sell more copies of your game. And I don't know what because let me tell you, PC gamers, when they don't have access to a game, they don't run out and buy the piece of hardware that can play that game. They just don't care about that game anymore. It doesn't exist to them. You're not going to convince PC gamers to buy a box just to play a game if it's not on PC, which we know everything's on PC. And if that
Right.
one little thing's not on PC, guess what? It doesn't exist to me. Oh, look, it won awards. So, you know,
Exactly.
I don't care about that. I didn't get to
Yep.
play it. It's just a
I'll
bad
find a friend
idea.
who has a PlayStation and go play it at his house. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's no-
I think part of it is they think they can do what Nintendo does. The problem is Nintendo has never wavered, and so I saw an article. Nintendo has more exclusives than console or PC. I'm like, that's because they've been doing this. The only way they've been doing it for like the last 40 years. So most of their games are exclusive to their thing, and that doesn't mean it's not good or bad or makes them better. It just means that they are what they are.
I mean, there's as well as like there's a big portion of Nintendo exclusives. They don't take as much money to be developed as in Xbox and PlayStation. Either that is because their games are in many of their games they are simpler, or they are really much better in using those resources. We don't know, but still, there's
Well,
no
we kind
doubt
of do. They're
that-
just they're built for a smaller device. They don't need all the power.
yeah. No, not talking necessarily about power, but talking necessarily about like how big the game is going to be. I understand that Zeldas are really big. The newest Donkey Kong game was quite big as well.
Oh, Bonanza
but
was
there
huge.
were- Yes, it was, but like there were other titles who weren't that big, and many of those titles were like simpler, but still with a lot of care, with a lot of detail, with a lot of effort, and that were really good. So that attracts people. You know what I mean? So they don't take as
Well,
much money to be made, I think.
Well, Nintendo fans buy the Switch, and and like we always talk about, Nintendo's third party. They don't get much of a third party thing because people don't buy their third party games to play on a Switch. They just don't. They either get it on PC or they have one of
So
the other
that attracts
consoles.
people. You know what I mean? So the Nintendo Switch, both Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2, the majority of the population that plays that console uses that as like their secondary platform,
Right.
which is okay. It's all right
Right.
because they know that the majority of games are coming to the other systems. Like they
So
only
Sony's
use
gonna
the
be
Switch.
hurting.
But like they only use the Switch for their exclusives. But like, yes, I agree. Sony is doing something that, if this rumor ends up being confirmed by Sony themselves, and they are actually pulling off their games from the PC store, I think this is bad as well. I'm not talking necessarily about like, oh yeah, I hate that they are doing this and Microsoft is. I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying that in terms of money, in terms of sustainability, which Sean Layden himself said that the models that Sony is following is not sustainable at all.
Well, what I've
They
always said,
need it as much
said
as they can.
is Sony, because I've had a PlayStation, I've had access to PlayStations. There are very, very, very few games that they get where I go, I got to play that. And would I like to play Wolverine? Sure, but I'm not going to go spend $600 to play one game. It ain't happening. It's a no.
Yeah, PlayStation's in a lot of trouble because if they actually do that, they're gonna hurt money wise. Because at the end of the day, you gotta remember they're making extra money when they port it over to PC on Steam, and when they take it away, let's say they do take that away, their sales have stagnated. They have gone flat. Nobody buys their games, and if they do, it's the same people. You're not getting.
I was going to say even hardcore PlayStation people, most of them don't buy games.
Like
the numbers,
Spider-Man
numbers
2.
prove that.
Spider-Man 2 only had 7.5 million. They had barely enough to bring back the amount of money for the budget. It was not very good. You're telling me only between 7 and 12 million only by Spider-Man, which is a big, well-known IP, like all over the place, like movies, TV, games. You're telling me only 12 million max bought it when you have 140 million consoles between PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. I don't want to fucking hear it. Then they're saying, "Oh well, we have the best exclusives. Our exclusives sell." No, the fuck they don't. I'm sorry. People play GTA, FIFA, Madden. They play COD. They play Fortnite. That's it. You don't have shit, PlayStation. I'm sorry, but look at Sony. What's going on with Sony? Sony sold 51% of their TV division over to fucking TCL. They got out of the Blu-ray business. I don't know if you've been paying attention to that, but they're hurting money wise, and you could tell.
Well,
You could definitely tell because the writing's on the wall. And eventually, if they don't course correct or they don't find ways to make money, like serious money, they are going to get bought. They are going to get bought. I don't know by who, but they will get bought because they're struggling right now. And anybody that says they're not, you're fucking blind. They don't have a juggernaut like Microsoft backing them. They don't have Apple backing them. They don't got someone that's got trillions of dollars. So to anybody that says, "Oh, they're doing okay," no, the fuck they're not. They're getting rid of their own divisions that used to make them giants. If that's not a big red flag, I don't know what is. But the fact that they don't hardly have any games coming out that are first party games, because a lot of them were making gas games for a while. Now they gotta pivot and redo it and change it, the whole formula, and go back, and that takes years to make those games. So okay, that's a lot of time wasted. They're also delaying the PlayStation because of the RAM crisis. If they're doing that and they're talking about raising the prices of PlayStation Plus or whatever to remove the cost or lower the cost of the console because of RAM prices, that's still not a good sign. Sony is in a very, very, very bad, very state in terms of staying alive. And anybody can fight me on that, but I mean, I just point out 6, 7 things that are wrong right now with PlayStation. Everybody's worried about Xbox. Xbox is doing just fine, even with shitty fucking marketing. They're still selling consoles. It may not be a shit ton, but they're still selling them, and they're not selling off their fucking their divisions. It's very nerve-wracking when with their side of the garden. They always point fingers at Microsoft and Xbox, but when it comes to PlayStation's gonna have to learn to keep their shit on Steam, because if they don't, they're gonna lose a lot of damn money. They saw how much MLB The Show made them when it went over to Xbox, and it sold more copies on Xbox than PlayStation. So they already have the data to prove it. So
I mean, you believe that I forgot about MLB The Show? Honestly, I just said Helldivers and Marathon. I forgot that MLB The Show is another Sony developed game that is on Xbox. That's funny.
Remember, that was the first main title. That was their first main title that ever did that.
Yes.
And that was because the people who made MLB The Show said, "No, you got to do this. You got to do that."
Yeah. They gave him ultimatum. They said either you sell more copies on your own console, or you go ahead and start shipping it everywhere else, because you're not bringing in the money that we're expecting, basically. Yep. All I know is Sony's screwed if they actually do this, and if they do, this is the dumbest mistake they've ever made.
Well,
this will hands down go by the worst.
It will only affect their single player titles, apparently, but.
I know, but their gas games are shit, so it doesn't matter. It would just be bad anyway. It just doesn't.
I'm not saying it's not, but I just want to clarify that it is only, at least at this point, about single player titles.
I mean,
Yeah, but those are the
Helldivers
ones
is really good.
that sell apparently. Apparently,
Helldivers is really
right?
good. I mean,
Okay, you're talking about one game that's actually good, but it's also made by a studio they don't own. Yeah, but
yeah, but
they own
still,
IP.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
know, but
that's
you
not really
said
a
that.
gas game. A gas game is
What?
like a cheaply
It's
made
not a.
fucking
Wait.
like microtransactional game. That's really
Okay,
shitty.
you're telling me Helldivers is not a gas game.
Not really. No, it's actually got story
It's just
content. It's got actual
it's the same
content in
thing.
it.
So let me ask you this: is Halo Infinite's multiplayer a gas game?
No, because it's got an
Sea of
actual
Thieves.
story with it. Sea of
Lord.
Thieves
Oh Lord.
is purely online MMO, but
Oh,
You
a
it's not.
can't
gas
So it's
game
an MMO.
you
is
It's not a
can't
gas
play
game.
Helldivers offline. I
but
have
it's got a
spent
story.
listen. I have spent in Helldivers. I have spent about buying the
Half a
game.
century.
Buying the game
Yeah,
was $40 or $50. I know I've spent
yeah.
twice that in the microtransactions.
For me,
So,
gas games are like Fortnite. That's a gas game.
but I mean, if you don't, it's the same thing. Because if you don't want all the extra war bonds and stuff in Helldivers 2, you don't have to buy them. You can just play the game. In
Yep.
Fortnite, if you don't want all the extra skins, you can just play the game.
Yep.
Yeah. All I know is that it's gonna be hard for PlayStation to come back from this if they do this because they've already canceled what 11 out of 12 or 11 out of 13 gas games that were in production, and then
Yeah,
now
something around that.
they told all those studios, okay, go back to single player games, guys. It's like we gotta go back to the drawing board, right? That takes time.
I mean,
It's
they said that to every studio minus Blue Point Games.
Yep, pretty much, and that's a huge red flag. If you own a PlayStation or you're thinking about getting a PlayStation, you should do a little bit of research because it's not looking too good for PlayStation right now. Like, yeah, they got Wolverine, cool. They got Helldivers, cool, but that's about it. I mean, what else do they really do? What do they really have that released recently, or that is releasing?
I mean,
Not really.
no.
And I'm
No,
not
I
talking
mean,
about third party.
no. Yes, I know, but like Saros has been looking a bit interesting. But we
Okay,
only
that's three
God knows
games
if that
out
game.
of what?
Yeah, yes, I agree. I'm just saying. I'm just talking about what they have.
I don't see how they're gonna try to convince the PC master race to go buy a fucking PlayStation for 3 fucking games. Keep in mind, one of them is a gas game. The other two are just single player games. But okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's totally worth $600. Yeah.
I mean, we're going to see
Okay.
this. We're going to see a hard pivot about 12 months after no more games come out on PC. And what that's going to
Yep.
be is when now you can pivot back to you can undo, but once the cat's out of the bag, like everybody was thinking, oh, ASHA talked about making bringing back the importance of the console and all this, and I've seen people say, well, all games they're gonna revisit exclusivity. You can't do that. You've
Now,
already broken that seal. The only thing you can do because
is maybe time.
they've left the window open for this because they have games that are still timed. Is go
Yep.
with timed. That's
Yeah, time
games
to
that don't
Which I don't.
already
Which I don't
have.
have a problem. Which I don't have a problem with. Which I don't have a problem with at all.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree.
I agree with timed exclusives. It
I could
gives
see
you a
him like
reason.
6 to 8 months.
Yeah, it gives you a reason to, if you don't have it and you can't wait, buy the console.
Yep.
And it also, the people that already have the console, it gives them value to their console. Because right now, the Xbox as a console, as this is my primary console, doesn't have a lot of value, because what am I doing on this console that you can't do on everything else? It adds value back
PC,
to, even PlayStation.
You're talking
If
about
you
okay, so like
Yeah.
I mean, there's Game Pass, there's Microsoft rewards.
okay, they've
But you
kept
can get that all on PC though. So
rewards have
that's
been
No,
what
but
that's where
capped.
compared
Steve
to
is going with
console,
this.
as I'm
They've
talking about,
they've
like
Yeah.
compared to console, you know what I mean?
they've
Yeah, I
kept the
know, but
rewards
you
now.
can get that all on PC.
You cannot earn enough rewards to pay for your Game Pass in a year now. They've capped that.
No, no, I'm not
What do you mean
talking
they
about
cap that? I
Game
still make a
Pass.
shitload of points off awards, dude.
I was under the impression you couldn't make more under the ultimate tier. You can't make more than $250 a year in points.
Might be close. Yeah, I'd have to do some math.
No,
That's still
I
not
mean,
bad. That's really damn good.
I know the more the merrier, but like, come on, do you intend to be getting 1,000 points in Microsoft, $1,000 in Microsoft rewards? Seriously?
Last year I had $400 worth.
I bought my Series
I know.
X
I know people that
with
bought 2
rewards
consoles
points.
with the rewards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought my Series X with Microsoft points. So
Right now,
in
I
Game
have about
Pass-
100. Right now, I have about 150 points worth sitting in my stuff. So, $150 worth though sitting in
Game
my.
All I
Pass
know
was a
is-
big selling point until they raised the price to $30.
Yeah.
You even had hardcore Xbox players that were like, I can't do that. That's too big of a jump. It went up $7. It was crazy.
You know what they should do, and if ASHA Shawarma, or however you say her last name, but basically, if she wants to do something good, bring out the friends and family plan. Five people for $45 a month for the ultimate. Allows you to one person can buy it, and you can do a payment plan if you want, and anybody can access it anywhere in the United States or in the same country you live in. 5 people all on one plan. They all get ultimate. They get their own stuff.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I
That
saw
would actually be reasonable.
I saw some talk. There was actually a couple of podcasters that were talking about things that could be done with Game Pass, where if you remove, would you all be okay if they removed day and date from Game Pass? That way, people that really wanted the game would buy the game for day one, and then 3 months later, it came into Game Pass. And by doing that, the extra revenue that they would make with people having to buy copies of the game in the first 90 days, you could lower the price of Game Pass back down to what it was before the increase.
That's the only thing. No, yeah, because I agree
No.
with Fabio. Because that's the only thing that's keeping me on Game Pass Ultimate.
I mean,
And the
you
cloud.
kidding me? The
Otherwise,
the main appeal of the damn thing was the day and dates. And you're telling me that, oh yeah, we are going to be
God,
canceling
Halo,
the
Gears,
day and
Forza,
okay,
Elder Scrolls.
we are going
Yeah.
to be canceling the day and dates in order for you to have the previous price which you had before with day and dates. You know what I mean?
No, people leave in
No.
droves.
I mean, I would 100% be down with like, okay, day and date is out, and this is $5 or $10, but like, this is never going to happen because it's not gonna make money.
Hey, shout out to Void Rat in the chat. Said he sucked at Resident Evil 9. He just watched his brother play it instead. Dude, it's freaking nightmare fuel. It is, especially when they start getting
it's
into
a
the big
roller
creatures.
coaster.
It is.
Yep.
We'll get into it too because that's one of our topics that I want to talk about because
Yeah.
Capcom just schooled everybody in the schoolyard and took their lunch money by showing you how to make an optimized game for every platform.
I know, and it's
yeah.
first person and third person. You can just toggle between it, which is crazy.
Oh, but yeah. I don't know. I don't think it looks. Back to my original point. You just don't. You really don't come after you've opened Pandora's box with exclusivity.
I'll be back.
Copy. When you've opened Pandora's box with exclusivity, you can close it, but not after your investors have already seen the monetary benefits from it. Because what's going to happen next year when they look at the bottom line and they want to know, where does $3 billion go? That's right. Oh, no. We can't do this. No. That's $3 billion. You better close the studio. Because, whoever's project is farthest out, scrap it.
I mean, I totally understand that it's like they are going to complain about less revenue, but like I'm just curious, is it doing $3 billion? I'm not saying that like it isn't. I'm just like curious.
With the release,
from what we understand, they made $3 billion in third-party sales last year. So yeah, that's
no, but that's like
a lot of money to turn your back on. That's a lot of money to turn your back on.
Oh yeah, I understand, but like, is this a combination of like every single game from third party bought on the Xbox Store
only
plus
PC sales?
No, but plus the multi-plat strategy, or this is $3 billion from their multi-plat strategy? You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
Okay. So let me try to explain this better before anyone interrupts me again.
Remember, I'm a redneck, so dumb it down.
Oh my fucking lord! Is $3 billion from the sum up of third-party games sold on Xbox Store from third-party publishers alongside their games on other systems? Or is $3 billion only from their games on other systems?
That's $3 billion only on other systems.
On their games on other systems, perfect.
Right, other platforms.
Because when you just because like when you just tell me that this is from third party, it could mean anything.
No, it's from other platforms. It's from them seeing their games on Xbox, like Helldivers. It's from them seeing their games on Steam, like everything. It's probably including Lego Horizon on the Switch, but I mean I don't even think that's sold very well at all. But again, that Lego Horizon game, that is considered. I mean, you can play co-op, but it's not a games as a service. So is that never going to happen again? Under this new strategy,
Lego Horizon did not do well.
And I kind of thought that it did so bad that I kind of expected them to expand it because to Xbox as well, because every Lego game's on Xbox.
Yep.
Why make a Lego game that's only on Switch? But I don't think that's going to happen now, especially after they close Nixie's.
People in the world, and that's one of them. It's like, okay, let's not make more money, but let's just keep it to one device. Yeah, that's smart.
It's
real fun.
It's archaic in today's day and age. It's archaic because, especially the new generation, they want to be able to act.
Steve,
That's why
let me
Go ahead.
let me sell you your car, the car you want, and then I'm only gonna be selling it in this state. You have to come to my state to buy it. It's like, fuck you.
And you can only
Bring
drive
it
it
to
in
where I
my
live.
state too. So when you leave the
Yeah.
state, you need to park it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
I
so
don't know.
stupid.
It's like it's cutting your nose off to spite your face. And
It's like, how big is your fucking ego?
yeah.
I mean, there's so many people there are trying to like. I don't. Again, we don't know if Sony is going to be confirming that. If they do, I think this is not a good move by them. But like, okay, whatever you say then. But like, there's some people who are like saying that, for example, going back to the Game Pass thing that you made, that you proposed there, is the same thing that people are seeing from rumors about COD leaving Game Pass, and then Microsoft is going to drop the price to $20. No, they won't. You think
No.
Microsoft is going to like, oh yeah, so we are going to like lose revenue on that because we made one game leave the service when they like try to justify the price increase by adding Ubisoft's classics and the Fortnite HQ. No, they won't. They are not going to be dropping. So for the people who are supporting the rumor of COD leaving Game Pass, you are not helping because it is really probable that if this happens, Microsoft is going to take Call of Duty away from Game Pass, and the price will continue to be $40.
I liked. I heard somebody. I want to say it was you, Paul. Somebody had an idea of building credits up for a day one release unlock with the Game Pass. Like say,
yeah. Oh no, yeah.
I heard
Which
it.
is,
I can't
I mean,
remember who said it.
It wasn't me, but I've heard it too, which wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean,
Yeah, you would have your ultimate, which is basically you don't have to worry about it. You're going to get it on day of release. And then if you had like a back to a $20, you reintroduce a $20 tier where when you bought those day one releases, you earned credits to use towards day one releases. That would work. I mean, because let's just say I could buy
Or
Horizon
just
6 and then use credits to get myself Fable in the fall.
and I would say
You're
even
telling me
throw in access to reward points for that, and so it's not dollar for dollar. So X amount of reward points will get you a day one, and it's not going to be $60 worth. Say it's $30 worth or whatever.
Still half off a game.
Yeah, still half off a game.
Right now, I save money on Game Pass Ultimate because instead of buying COD or let's say Forza or Halo, when I used to buy the Ultimate editions or Premium editions for those games, it's $120, okay, after tax. So $120, you do the math. Okay, you're paying $30 a month for Game Pass Ultimate, right? $30. Well, the main game is now only $30 because it's part of your subscription. And then you're only paying for the premium is $30. Well, obviously now they're $60 for fucking Forza, which I think that's asinine doing that.
Yeah, I didn't like that when I saw it. I would have jumped on 30. I'm not jumping on 60.
Yeah, 30 makes sense because then it's only the same price as the original game. You're saving $40, $50, $60. You're saving $60 of what you originally would pay.
Yeah. I don't need the super edition for that much,
Yeah. But what I'm saying is like if you wanted Xbox's first party games or the studios that are going to be there they only leave if they have like marketing or licensing problems, but normally they stay in Game Pass forever. And by the time they're old anyway, you could buy them for like $1 or $5. It doesn't matter. Either way, the fact that you got all those games in there. It used to save you money, but when me and Paul saw that for like $60 for the premium edition, just for the upgrade, now you're outpricing your own subscription. That's gonna start scaring people away, because before it was still enticing. Yes, it's expensive. $30 a month is expensive. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's cheap. It's fucking expensive. But if you're getting all those games that you like, Forza, Gears, Halo, you play those franchises, and 3 of them are releasing in one fucking year, and COD, and you want to buy the premium edition, well, now it's only going to cost you $60 for the game, plus the premium. But when me and Paul saw that, they said, "Oh, you want to pay? You're gonna get the subscription for $30, but then you're gonna pay $60 for the premium." It's like, okay, now you fucked yourself, because now it's really bad.
They basically swapped it and said $60. Okay, that's $10 less than buying the game at full price, and then your subscription, which is $30, consider that your upgrade price. You know, they flipped
Which
it
is 90. I mean,
yeah.
it's still cheaper, but it's fucked up. It's really fucked up, because you've already got people that are pissed off about the Fortnite shit, and it's like, you could have just put the premium upgrade into the subscription for no additional cost, and then charged us $30 a month instead. That would have been a better option, honestly.
Yes.
But yeah, it's
Totally
stupid. I think they really fucked up right there, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see when game comes out. We're gonna see when Gears of War E-Day comes out. We're gonna see when Fable comes out. We're gonna find out if they do the same shit, because I know they did it with Forza, and I feel like they're gonna do it with the rest, but we'll see.
And I went back when I saw that. I went back and looked at my old products bought, and the first time they did it for the premium upgrade, it was only $20. Then it was $30.
Yeah.
Now it's $60.
Yeah.
I mean, I might have. I mean, because of how much I enjoy Forza, I might have, like what Paul just said. We saw $10 increases. I may have been able to swallow 40 because of how much I enjoy Forza to get the premium edition. Because when you buy the premium edition of Forza, you pretty much pretty much guarantees you a couple of DLCs, a bunch of car
You
packs.
get a whole year's worth of content. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything extra. You get everything they do for the game. I could have swallowed another $10 increase, $40, but doubling it to 60, I really think you're showing your hand at that point. You're just
Yeah.
not doing anything for the players.
And I think they were hoping people wouldn't remember, but you got people like me who do. You know?
Yep. A lot of
I
people
got the
do.
receipts, Xbox.
Yeah, and that's it too. And I did. I went back and looked at my, products. My purchase history. I said, this ain't right.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's called the internet. All you have to do is barely look it up, and you can find out that it was originally $20 or $30 for the upgrade before. It doesn't
a lot of
take
that's harder to
much
find,
research.
but I had my own purchase history to look at, so I could say no, it's real.
That too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what ASHA Shawarma does, because she says she wants to make the consumers the focal point of what she wants to establish, being the head of Xbox. So honestly, we'll see if she wants to lower the prices, or if she wants to give us another tier, or what. She might actually take some of the ideas that we have said. Obviously not like it's not like she's listening to this show, but I'm saying, like,
No,
she'll
she
be-
is. Of course she is. Hey, Sharma.
she'll be looking at everything and being like, how can I not piss off the fans?
Every time I say her name, I think about that toilet paper commercial. Don't squeeze the Charmin.
Oh,
Yeah.
But I'd like to squeeze the Sharma.
yeah.
I mean, I am 100% sure that Phil Spencer didn't think of that when he approved the price increase on Game Pass. How can I not piss off the fans?
Yeah, that's just crazy. I mean, maybe $3, maybe make it 25 or 26. You got to work people up there. When you do such an increase, it makes me think
They
you're
should have
trying
done
to
it from
kill
the
your
get
fan
go.
base.
They should have done 30 from the get go if they were going to do this shit, because now
No, no,
this is just rubbing in our face at this point, and
no. But here's the
it's a big middle finger.
uh, no, no. Like the bigger middle finger was to my region because, like, well, for you guys was a 50% increase. Mine was 100. Game Pass went from 60 Brazilian reais to 120 per month. So
Wow.
like,
That's because your country has shitty currency.
True dat.
That's why.
I
Well,
know,
and
I
the
know,
dollar got
th-
weaker too, and the dollar got weaker too, which didn't help. So
I
Yeah.
I know, DJ. Thank you so much for putting out what I already knew for 29 years. Now, okay, I'll leave the $1 trillion company alone. By the way, no worries. Why are you defending this?
I'm not defending it, but your price should be the same as ours. It should be the fucking same.
they can't do that because of the way currency is different in each
I know.
country. That just
It's just bullshit because it's fucked up that, like, if you're in Canada it's like double. If you're in fucking where Fabio's from, it's double. So it's like
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
it's wrong. It's just wrong.
Mine is 4 to 5 times.
Okay, well either way that's still fucking wrong.
Yes, because usually Microsoft, what they do is they make the conversion and then they adapt into making it more attractive to that specific market because they know that usually they know that if they just do the direct conversion and then add all the taxes that this shitty country here has, then it's going to be absurd. So, but they just said they are just saying right now, who cares? Fuck it. So yeah, that's what's happening. What I ended
Yep.
up doing, and I found that quite interesting, is that there are stores, that digital stores that I use that are selling the 12-month subscription service for like less than 120 and 20 Brazilian reais. I paid last 2 months ago 1 year of Game Pass Ultimate, considering all the months, but like for the old price, I got my Game Pass guaranteed for this year. So I have that option, but like, for how long am I going to be having that? You know what I mean? Because
yep.
eventually those stores are going to have to restock. So yeah.
Mm, yeah. I don't know. Hey, touch on our last topic,
Speaking
and then
of
we're gonna get out of here.
Speaking
So
of things dying, by the way, Hygar died yesterday, okay? They just announced that it's going to be shutting down in March 12th. And with that, they fucking announced that they are bringing a progression system to a game that is going to die in 8 days. What the fuck?
So did it last longer than Concord, or did it get killed
It
faster
did.
than
It,
Concord?
no, no, it did. It definitely did faster than Concord.
yeah.
Well, Concord's got competition.
Ooh,
I
I
mean,
know.
even a fucking fly lasts more than Concord. I mean, but yeah,
uh,
Well, that's
yeah.
EA for you. They're fucking
That
retarded
is.
when it comes to making shit.
that's not EA. That wasn't EA. What are you talking
Well,
about?
it's former devs from EA from Respawn. But
Thimber
I
says
mean,
there was a time where he remembers the dollars and the Brazilian real were the same. I remember buying a PS1 for 600 when it was $600. But
yes,
Fabio is too
that
young
was
to
that
have
time.
seen that.
No,
Okay.
my time was when $1 was 2 Brazilian reais. So like it was just the double. So yeah, but there was a time where it was 1 per 1. And people said it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Now
Those were
look
the
at it.
I'm gonna
days.
cry. I'm gonna cry a little bit.
Last thing we want to touch on, and that is Capcom schooling everybody in the schoolyard and taking their lunch money. Resident Evil 9 is amazing. It's I've seen everybody show the PC optimizations. It's a rock solid 60 frames per second on the base consoles. You get a little better reflection and some actual ray tracing in the PS5 Pro, but that's the only benefit. You can turn off the ray tracing and the reflections and get 120 frames on PS5 Pro, but I'm not aware of how stable that is. But yeah, it's really solid. I watched Oh No, It's Alex, shout out, his review of the performance on PC, and he was playing it on a AMD 7700 with a 7900 XT graphics card, which isn't a bad setup. It's a little better than average, but the CPU usage across all 16 cores was spread out almost evenly, with one core maybe having 10% more than the rest. You just don't see that in a game on a multi-core processor. It doesn't happen. Games are usually not optimized for multi-cores. They usually rely very heavily on two different cores or two different threads, and that's when you see huge frame spikes. Thimber is wanting to show what game he's playing. He is a Power Ranger in Fortnite. But yeah, you usually don't see that. And in this day and age, with games coming out so poorly optimized for everything, it just like a beacon of light is Resident Evil 9 because it runs so good on everything. The gameplay you see tonight, that was all captured on Series X, at 4K 60 frames with HDR, and it's a beautiful game. It really is. It's very atmospheric, and the RE engine is really, really beginning to show everybody up. And yeah, I really think the RE isn't the RE engine just is it a heavily modified Unreal 5 or Unreal engine, or?
I think it is.
But it just, and with Unreal having so many issues on consoles as far as performance goes and being resource heavy, to see RE engine, whatever they've done, they need to let Epic know so that they can make these modifications, because it's a beautifully running game. No matter what you're playing it on, if it's there, they've optimized it for it. And wow, I know TJ's the only one here that has played it right along with me, but man, it's so good. It's so good. I wish everybody did it like this. It'd be great.
What I like about it is the fact that they took everything from Resident Evil 4 and just put it on steroids, and then they said, "Oh, you guys want horror? You want horror? Okay, we're gonna give you two protagonists to play as, and then they'll meet each other at one point,
Yep.
and also they're fucking they're like two different games. It's like two games in one. You're getting double of what you're paying for. You're getting horror in one aspect and suspense and stealth, and the other one's pure action and just shooting, like guns blazing.
Yeah, the Leon portions are done in third person, over the shoulder, just like Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 5 were. And then the Grace sections are very suspenseful and done in first person by default.
You can do them in third.
Yeah, you can by default. You can put them in. You can put hers in third as well.
I have it in third. Yeah.
But and third actually helps out a lot too because Grace is doing a lot of sneaking around. She's not as well equipped
Yeah.
physically, and
Yeah, you can see around the corners. Yeah.
yeah, you can see around the corners a lot better when you're sneaking
You
around.
need to. Yeah.
But it's the perfect blend. I mean, they took Leon as Resident Evil 4, 5 type gameplay, and Grace as Resident Evil 7, 8 gameplay. And
Yeah,
it
it's
is
really
it's
cool.
beautifully blended. It is so good. And they made it like really like the really like strategic kind of stealthy type play is all Grace. They really went hard on Leon being a badass in this game. Leon just, I mean, he be knocking people out.
Did you notice that he's doing Ada Wong's moves, melee moves? And did you also notice that he does the stabbing feature just like her?
Yes. I noticed the stabbing feature, yes, but as far as Ada Wong's moves, no.
Like in terms of the fighting moves, like in terms of
Oh.
fighting. Because
So,
I noticed some things that they took from her and put it into the mechanics. I noticed that right away. I was like, "Holy shit!" I'm like, these guys went back into the old vault and took things that people loved about the characters that were in the older ones, and then they put it in this one with Leon.
So,
It's really,
I have been fact checked. Thimber put it in the WhatsApp, and he's calling it the first fact check of Steve-O in the new era. It says the RE engine is not just a modified Unreal Engine. It is a proprietary video game engine developed by Capcom, originally designed for Resident Evil 7. It has since been used in various Capcom titles, including Resident Evil Village, Devil May Cry 5, and the remakes. While it shares some similarities with Unreal Engine, it has evolved into a specialized solution for high quality graphics and performance distinct from Unreal Engine's broader, more flexible approach. Well, it's solid as a mofo, I'm here to tell you. I'm starting to think I didn't give Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8, and the remakes enough love. I'm thinking about going back and playing them some more. Because wow, I mean, if they've upgraded, if this is how RE Engine is running now, then maybe I need to go back and look at all the updates that have been done to the other games. They probably run just as good. Yeah.
you want to know what's crazy? Just think that eventually they're gonna make another Resident Evil, and it's gonna be even better than this one. And this one is damn good.
Oh yeah.
Like this is like game of the year, like territory. Like it runs good on all devices. Like there's no fucking problems. Or if there is, they're very small. They're not performance issues. And the fact that they literally have the lady that plays Ashcroft, she should get an award for being like a really good actress in the game. She really pulled it off. Like you actually feel like you're in her shoes playing as her. And then Leon being a badass, yeah, I don't know how this doesn't win game of the year.
It's really that good. All right, guys. Great show. Get some outros done. Hopefully, here in the future, I'll start putting everybody's details in the channel description. That way, we can just make these short and sweet. But until then,
Hey,
you know
Steve-O.
what up?
Hey, you know what? There's one thing we should bring up real quick. A professional YouTuber decided to say that he thinks that we should pay $800 for GTA.
What?
XQC, the big YouTuber guy, the guy that does like he's got millions of views. He
Well, he's an
thinks
idiot.
that yeah, I know he is. He thinks GTA 6 is worth $800 at launch, just the game
I
itself.
mean,
He thinks
mean, I
because
think
because he says all the microtransactions you pay for, and the fact that it's got free DLCs all the time like GTA 5. He's like he's like, it's worth it. And everybody like blasted him like on fucking Twitter and said no, the fuck it's not. $800 for just the base game.
You realize that was engagement bait. He got what he wanted. People engaged
I
with
know.
his tweet.
I know.
Yeah, so
yeah. Because you'd have to be a fucking idiot if you think you're gonna pay $800 for a damn game. Sorry, but unless if it comes with a con and it's a limited edition, I'm not getting it.
And these DLCs.
No. At that point, it needs to actually come with a hooker. Okay.
And these free DLCs that he's talking about, these are when it's a games as a service, which is what GTA Online is. That's just a update to the game world, which you have to do with the games as a service. You have to that world has to keep evolving. That's the only thing that keeps your players coming back.
Yep.
That's not free
like
DLC.
A lot of people forget
That's just an update.
And the funny thing is, like the casino had actually been previously developed for Grand Theft Auto 3. They just never used it until they added it to 5.
Yep.
You know what drives me nuts is that people keep thinking about these ideas of like, oh, I'm willing to pay 100, I'm willing to pay 200, I'm willing to pay. It's like, shut the fuck up, quit giving them ideas, because if they do put that game at $100, Sony follows suit, and then eventually Xbox does. Everybody will follow suit. Shut your damn mouth.
Games
are already too expensive.
I've always said, though, the reason that won't work is because not every game is GTA. Even if GTA did that, not every game is worth that.
But here's the thing. The publishers don't give a fuck if it's not GTA. They are going to try to say, okay, I want to do that as well.
My game is just as good as that game.
But if it doesn't sell, it doesn't do them any good. See, it's not okay. They can. No. Hang on.
But the only way,
wait.
The
Stop.
only way,
Stop.
Only way,
let me finish my thought.
The only way for them to know. Okay, you interrupt me every time. Let me do it as well.
No, you're interrupting me. Stop. Let me finish my explanation. They know.
Okay, then finish up.
They know they aren't going to say, well, this game is, if they can sell that for $100, we can sell this for $100. No, because if they only sell 5 copies, that doesn't do them any good. They need to sell thousands of copies to make it worth it. That right now, that border, even though I think it's high, is about $70. They aren't going to push it to 100 because if GTA can do it, because GTA is really popular, that our little podunk AA game is going to do the same thing.
AAA games won't do it, but AAA games will.
No, not even AAA. Not even all AAA games will.
I don't know. Some of these companies are really fucking greedy. I'm not saying everybody would do it, but I wouldn't be surprised.
They try $70. They're trying $80.
Nope, they have bean counters that'll tell them that won't work because they need to sell units.
I hope to God that's true, because I don't think any game's worth $100 unless you're premium edition or the ultimate edition. Otherwise, it's not worth it.
Oh, games are not even aren't even worth $70, honestly. But
I know.
Who cares?
With all the bugs and broken shit in it, or half the content not there.
You know what's not broken? This one on screen. It's sweet.
Yeah.
It hasn't even had an update yet. It wasn't even a day 1 patch for this damn thing.
I know, sad. Right? That's nice.
It's sad. All right, Fabio, tell everybody where they can find you at, sir.
Well, you can find me not just here on the Games I Love podcast. You can find me also on the XPN Network YouTube channel. You can find me on Twitter as FBOMarie97. And you can find me on Xbox as Buffalo Lizard 8.
Oh, yeah. What about the Wasted with Wise show?
Yes, you can find me on the Wasted with Wise show as well. By the way, I won't be able to join this week, but yeah, it happens.
Well, we will miss you.
I'm sure you won't, but yeah.
Cerebral Paul, sir, where can everybody find you at?
You can find me at Twitter at Cerebral Paul 1, Twitch and YouTube at Cerebral Paul. Wednesdays here, Wasted with Wise, or GameSet Live with this group, and Wasted with Wise on Friday. Again, I have an article coming up for a game. I didn't even get to preview the whole game. I got to preview part of the game, but it's enough to know that I want to play more. Coming out tomorrow at noon at
Nice.
wordsofgaming.net. And I may not be on the show tomorrow night, depending on if I'm still in the hospital. So we'll find out. So,
Yeah. Whew. Well, here's
Speedy
hoping that
recovery.
everything goes well.
yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Drawn TJ, sir, where can everybody find you?
You can find me here on 5 o'clock at BST for GameSet Live with these guys. And then you can also find me on Discord at DrawnTJ450. You can find me on X at DrawnTJ450. And you can find me on Xbox at DrawnTJ. And I go on Wasted on Wise sometimes. It depends. If I'm free, I go on there. But yeah, everybody hit the like button. Please subscribe and follow this channel if you're enjoying the content. You're enjoying our banter. And yeah, just have a nice night, and everybody go game.
That's right.
Don't
That's
play
right.
Twitter.
You know, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, so that you get notified when Cerebral Paul and Fabio finally have a knockdown drag out fight. You don't want to miss it.
I mean, it's but like it's funny. I love when we end up doing stuff.
Oh, and this is Steady Steve-O, formerly KY Bob. Steve is actually my name. Never was Bob. And it started as Kentucky Bob, but then everybody turned it into a loop. So I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to shed that skin. And I think it's really being Steady Steve-O has really I don't know. It's kind of brightened my mood a little bit because this is the real me. I'm just not trying to. I felt like at the same time I was always playing a persona. And this is really me. I was telling the guys in chat earlier that I actually I will coach myself during a game. Like when it really hits the fan and the action's really up there, I'll start telling myself, "All right, steady, Steve-O. Take it steady, Steve-O." And I try to take everything in life pretty steady. I'm pretty even kill. I don't really get too irate, upset, or unfortunately that excited about things. But you know. That's who I am. And you can catch me. I'm Steady Steve-O on YouTube, GameSet Live YouTube channel. Steady Steve-O on Xbox. Haven't changed it on PlayStation yet. Steady Steve-O on X. Steady Steve-O on everything. That's right. I'm also a panelist on the Wasted with Wise podcast Friday nights. I will be, well, me and Paul will be the only two sober dudes there. So please show up, show some support, and help us deal with the chaos. And as I always say, gamers,
not going to be funny lemon sober.
Gamers, get outside, touch some grass, hug someone you love. But remember, keep that sanity, put the glass down, play some games. And if you don't know what I mean, I'll post